Welcome back to my channel. Today I would like to bring you to an art exhibition in the Wukesong area in the Beijing city. 10 years ago I used to work in the Wukesong area on the Olympics and Paralympics, so I knew this location very well and I thought it's effortless for me to go. It's almost autopilot muscle memory for me to get into the tubes, go in there and find this location. I went and the whole trip was alright. The Times Art Museum was founded in 2008, exactly the time I was working in the Wukesong area for the Olympics, but I didn't realize that it's deep inside of a mall that I had to pass through a lot of restaurants and shops and all this entertainment complex. I liked the trip and the music, the fountains and all these people around. It's a good ambient. And after that, I asked several people, where is this art museum? Nobody knew. To my surprise, nobody knew. They knew where are the restaurants and stores, and they didn't know where is this art museum. Anyway, finally I got here. In front of the art museum there was a huge sculpture, large installation. A lot of people were taking photos. It's just a place to share on social media. Why not? And after entering, I was greeted by their friendly front desk staff and I purchased the ticket that cost 50 yuan. After that, I entered the exhibition space and I found first a large installation piece with a lot of cables, threads, and I was told that I could just pick up a thread and just go over some letters or do whatever I want with it, and after I could communicate with other people online. On the thread, not online like, yeah, it's a very strange kind of interpretation of online community, but here you go. I just saw those little things actually from IKEA and I was laughing because those stuff always fell down after a while and I saw it's falling down. I was like, oops, IKEA. And after that I saw a couple of other exhibitions, very interesting, especially this one that is a grass. Yes, it's just like grass. I liked it not only because to contrast with the ambient in the city, lack of green, lack of grass and nature, but also the grass is actually cat herbs. Those stuff that your cat would go crazy for, and exactly this was the thing I was looking for. I would like to gift my cats a large pail of cat grass so they could roll over on it and just like play and eat, and I liked it. In general, it's just a very pleasing to the eye, and I think it makes a very good reminder to the people who are too busy to smell the flowers. After that, I saw an art exhibition called Almost Art, and this is the most interesting part of the whole exhibition experience. Almost Art is an exhibition showcasing artists that are not trained in art schools, and they call it outsider artists. In Chinese, it's less offensive. It's called suren 艺术家, and suren means people who are not professionally trained to do this job. You can be a very qualified lawyer, but you still can be a suren artist because you're not trained to do art. So this exhibition is very colorful, it's very pleasing to the eye, and most of the works could be sold. You just have to, communicate through the front desk and ask for the prices of each individual works, and they will get in contact with the artist on your behalf. So this is a not-for-profit art museum, not an art gallery, although that I thought it was an art gallery because this week is called the Affordable Art Week. The whole thing that sounded like it was also an art gallery / museum, just by giving this opportunity to those artists. And I think it shows the openness of the art world to the outsider artists. But there is one thing that I'm quite unhappy about, is the name of this exhibition is Almost Art. It means those artists, no matter how great they are, not from art school, it means they're almost artists. It means they're not artists. You get me, the logic? And I went to the business school 2 years ago and I did my MBA. It was difficult to get in because I had originally an art background. But as soon as I was admitted to the business school, after that, nobody pointed fingers on me saying, oh, she was an artist, or like make faces or raise their eyebrows. I was equal. I was the same as any other students in the business school, although I was the very few 5% in the whole admitted students who had a liberal art background. Personally, I think after admitting those artists to an art exhibition, still calling them almost artists, almost art, it's like this discrimination is gonna follow those artists to the end of their art career or to the end of their lives, and that's not fair. I know many great artists in the history, in the contemporary history, and also alive, active today. They are not from an art school, and perhaps they didn't graduate, or maybe they were never admitted, but through their hard work, through their apprenticeship, or just self-taught, they are good enough and they are admitted by the galleries, by the market, by their fans, and they are as artists as any other artists from art school. I believe that they had great intentions, and from bottom of their heart they didn't want to discriminate them, and they used the suren 艺术家 this title to describe the not so professional level of the artist, and perhaps to say don't go very high in the expectation. Although we are art museum, we are showing them because they tried very hard and we want to encourage them. That's very well, but just by calling them suren 艺术家 for the rest of their life is not fair. I think if I were an artist, if I have to be labeled as a suren artist, I would rather not to be an artist at all, because it's like I will never be the equals. Although that I sell, although that I'm good enough, I win awards. Look at the Hollywood. I think it's very open, even a most restricted industry in the whole entertainment industry, that is Hollywood. They are more open because if you can act, they don't care if you're from acting school or not. You can act. The market buys you. People loves you, and that's good enough. You don't have to worry about which school you're from. And I think in this case, contemporary art world should learn from Hollywood. Although Hollywood had very few things that we could learn from. But yes, I think we should just be more relaxed about who people are, and to be more focused on what they do, and judge people not by the cover, not by their resume, but by what actually message they bring to the world and what the positive things that they contribute to the society. That's all what I want to say today. If you are interested in continue talking about suren artists or how to become an artist without an art school degree, let me know. Drop me a comment below. Thank you very much for watching. See you in the next video.